Scattered showers overnight, lows in the lower 50s.
Tuesday, April 9, 2002, the end that Arthur Andersen employees had hoped to avoid getting fired by voicemail. And talk about losing your shirt at Levi's, they're losing their pants. And a good Tuesday morning to you. I'm Barton Eckert in Washington. What we pay for oil and who our friends are in the Middle East seem to be ever so related this morning. In support of the Palestinians in light of the back-and-forth violence between them and the Israelis, Iraq is holding back on oil production for 30 days. In the short term, the move will drive oil prices higher, but it also puts Arab nations in the tricky spot of having to decide whether to go with their sometimes less popular Arab brethren or with or against their pocketbooks. While they have been pushing for a higher price, analysts say being seen as Iraq-friendly is not the way they would have wanted it. In the past, whenever Iraq has cut output, OPEC has filled the gap to maintain world markets. All of it's crucial as America ramps up its oil needs heading into the summer travel season. More on that later. The situation in the Middle East is among our other top stories this morning. Here is First Business correspondent Jody Davis with the latest, and a good Tuesday morning to you, sir.
Same to you, sir. Good morning, everyone. Israel is withdrawing from two West Bank towns even as its tanks enter another. The pullout from Tulkarem and Qalqilia followed renewed calls from President Bush and Secretary of State Colin Powell for an Israeli withdrawal. Israeli forces are still tracking down militants in Jenin, Bethlehem, Ramallah, and Nablus. Powell continues his Mideast mission today after meetings yesterday with Moroccan and Saudi leaders. The woman affectionately known around the world as the Queen Mum will be laid to rest this morning. The funeral of Britain's Queen Mother Elizabeth will be shown here on most of the network morning news shows. More than 200,000 people from around the globe have filed past the Queen Mother's coffin as she lay in state in Britain's Parliament.
The English do it better than anybody else in the world, and I've been here since 8 o'clock this morning, and it's been absolutely incredible.
Queen Elizabeth thanked the nation for its outpouring of sympathy. First Lady Laura Bush is representing the U.S. at the funeral. Well, after trying to jettison Nightline in favor of David Letterman, ABC is reportedly renewing the late-night news show. A network source says ABC has agreed to keep the show and host Ted Koppel in its regular slot for at least another 2 years. The network had tried to coax Letterman to jump networks, but he stayed at CBS. Just recently, Koppel and Letterman agreed to appear on each other's programs. I'm Jody Davis, First Business. See you just a bit later with Technology Update.
That's showbiz. See you then, Jody. Potential major development in the Enron Arthur Andersen saga this morning. There are reports that David Duncan, Andersen's lead auditor on the Enron account, has agreed to plead guilty to obstructing justice and testify in connection with document shredding. There is more human fallout from the Enron scandal as well. As its business crumbles, Andersen is laying off about 7,000 workers, 27% of its U.S. workforce. In a stroke of new age, human relations employees were told in an email to check their voicemail last night to learn if they should even show up for work today. Sales are fading at Levi Strauss faster than some old denim. The company closing 6 of its last 8 U.S. plants and cutting 20% of its worldwide workforce. 3,300 people will lose their jobs. Levi's market share has dropped from a once majority to just 12%. The 150-year-old company has been fading to foreign competition and wants to switch from actually making jeans to marketing those made in low-wage countries. Plants will be shut by the end of June in Blue Ridge, Georgia and San Francisco, followed by Brownsville and San Benito, Texas in August, and then Powell, Tennessee and El Paso, Texas in October. Tech stocks moved higher as Monday trading on Wall Street wrapped up. A blue chip sagged after IBM broke some bad news. The Dow up 22.5, NASDAQ up 15.75, S&P 500 up 2.5. On the move, IBM down over 10% on its first earnings warning in more than a decade. Intel hit a speed bump along with some other chip makers. A good day for oil stocks sparked by rising crude prices, the Mideast crisis feeding worries about oil supplies. AOL Time Warner down as Morgan Stanley cut the price target and ratcheted down its revenue growth estimate to 6% from 8%. AOL Time Warner, by the way, is going to allow employees in its 401k plan to pick stock matching that's not limited to AOL shares. Well, Disney Company announced the same move, this all in the wake of the Enron meltdown. For the first time in 3 years, customer complaints against major U.S. airlines actually fell. An annual Wichita State University of Nebraska study finds complaints dropping 29%. The report says 10 of 11 major airlines improved their performance levels from the year 2000, and this was happening even before 9/11. By the numbers this morning, the study also found 77.4% of flights on 11 major airlines were on time, compared to 72% in 2000. Airlines also lost fewer bags and bumped fewer people off their flights in 2000. One expert says airlines now have even a better opportunity to improve as airline travel remains slow.
Now that we have a reprieve from a position of near total gridlock, we need to act as a system through the FAA, through the airlines, to address the problems of capacity now.
The Federal Aviation Administration doesn't expect the number of passengers flying to return to normal until next year. Checking your national business travel forecast, it is a day filled with April showers. Here is First Business correspondent Mike Markowinski.
Grab those umbrellas. It's going to be a wet day from Maine to Louisiana and everywhere in between. Showers begin in the Midwest. Eastern Iowa, southern Wisconsin, and all of Michigan will see rain. Those showers stretch all the way to the Atlantic coast. Most areas could get 6 inches of rain. Parts of New York and Pennsylvania could see more. The rain doesn't stop until it reaches southern Louisiana. A couple inches of rain is possible in southern Alabama and northern Georgia. Most of the Mid-South will see cloudy skies. Temperatures will be warm, mostly in the 60s and 70s. And it's a sunny day in Arizona and Utah. However, rain will fall in northern California. The rain goes as far north as Washington, hitting Portland and Seattle. I'm Mike Markowinski, First Business.
Sometimes when a business is stalled, just like in football, all it needs is a good swift kick. We'll explain. If only gas prices would stall, new predictions at the pump for the summer. And what would you pay for a wad of used chewing gum?
Do you need to learn how to operate a computer? Hi, I'm John Scherer, CEO and founder of Video Professor. You know, our product is quick and it's easy to learn with, and you can try it for free. You know, over the years, millions of people have learned how to operate the computer using our product. We get happy letters every day from people thanking us. But the most rewarding thing for me is having people stop me on the street and telling me how easy it was to learn with our product. If you just want to learn how to run a computer once and for all, save yourself a lot of time and energy, try our product. Let me show you how simple this is. You put this CD in your CD tray, the lesson plays right on your computer. It works just like a VCR. Just follow the step-by-step instruction. I'm so confident this product will work for you, I'm going to send it to you free. The reason I'm going to do this is because I know once you try our product, you'll come back to us for all your computer learning needs.
To get your free computer learning CD, you must call now. Call 1-800-449-6441.
You see a countryside without phone lines. At Franklin Templeton, we saw an opportunity to invest in what became one of the world's leading wireless communications companies. A smart call for our shareholders. Uncovering hidden opportunities like this requires a unique perspective, one that has made Templeton a pioneer in global investing. Franklin Templeton Investments. Gain from our perspective.
Hey, there's a new radio station that's safe for the whole family. It's called The Fish, and it's at 95.5.
Stop the tape! Hi, I'm Robin Swoboda.
And I'm Dan Dealey. Join Robin and me weekday mornings for a family-friendly radio show.
Instead of watching me on TV, you can listen to me and Dan on the radio.
You were on TV?
My family's important to me. That's why I'm excited to be part of a station where you never have to worry about offensive songs or talk.
It's a positive way to start your day.
95.5.
Hopping across the Pacific on Asian markets overnight in Tokyo, stocks down.